Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing companies in Thailand, specifically matters pertaining to organization. And yes, there are formalities associated with Thai company organization. Companies in Thailand, specifically limited companies in Thailand, they look much more like our C corporations if we're using the United States. And it's even almost a sort of a throwback a little bit. They're a lot more formalistic than like an LLC or a limited, an LTD in the British system. It's not quite as fast and loose with respect to forming one of these companies. And there are a number of formalities associated with maintaining them, including but not limited to the organization process, wherein one needs to go ahead and undertake certain formalities to form up the company. Now, this can look a bit more daunting than it is, especially if one uses legal professionals that generally deal with this on a routine basis. So when one looks this stuff up on the internet, it can be very daunting, especially to the layperson. The other thing that may be a little bit off-putting is issues associated with capitalization here in Thailand. For SMEs, capitalization may not be as big an issue as it may be for larger corporations. That stated, again, there are certain formalities associated with setup, things like promoters have to come together to form the company, and various formalities associated with shareholder meetings, possibly director meetings, issues associated with ongoing audits that need to be undertaken, as well as tax maintenance needs to be dealt with to maintain a company in compliance with respect to tax liability. But long story short, if you're using a competent legal advisory service, specifically a law firm, that has Thai personnel on staff that deal with incorporations frequently and deal with capitalization of companies frequently, it's really not that daunting a process. And in my opinion, yeah, it takes longer than, for example, just setting up an LLC from scratch, for example, in the United States. But it's definitely, I've had a lot of people here recently contact me, and they sort of start spinning their wheels, and they get upset about the notion of the formalities associated with Thai company formation. And while there are substantial formalities, it's not overly cumbersome. In fact, Thailand continues to rise on the list of countries where ease of doing business. And the formalities associated with setting up a Thai company, in my opinion, are not, again, overly cumbersome.